Please welcome the 57th Governor of the State of New York, Kathy Hochul.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew Sionat, President and Chief Operating Officer at CDS Life Transitions and CDS Housing. I'm honored to welcome you all to the official groundbreaking for Olympic Avenue Apartments, a CDS housing community. We're here to celebrate the start of construction on an incredible historic renovation that marks CDS's first housing project here in Western New York. More importantly, we are here to celebrate the benefits these new housing units will not only provide the citizens of Buffalo who will eventually call this place home, but the entire community surrounding this revitalization of a building that has been empty for decades. There is a great need and strong demand in Buffalo and Erie County for housing that is both affordable and handicap accessible. CDS is revitalizing this former school building to provide 46 affordable apartments and community space, including building-wide Wi-Fi and 8 apartments specifically designed to accommodate people with physical disabilities. Regardless of our abilities, we at CDS strongly believe that everyone is entitled to live their best life. Some of the basic yet very important elements to do so are affordable housing, the opportunity to live independently while also fostering a sense of community. That is what this project will provide. We are proud that this project will carry on CDS Life Transitions' legacy of developing affordable, integrated, and supportive housing. This groundbreaking is another significant milestone in the developing collaboration between CDS Life Transitions and local, regional, and state partners to continue providing a path for individuals to live their best lives across New York State. Everyone here today has made a significant impact in making this project a reality. I'd like to sincerely thank and acknowledge the government and community partners who have played a big role in this initiative. Lenny Skrill, Upstate Director of Development for New York State Homes and Community Renewal. New York State Senator Tim Kennedy. April Baskin, Chairwoman of the Erie County Legislature. Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown. Buffalo Common Council members Ulysses Wingo, Sr., Mike Seaman and his team from Krista Construction, Mary Beth Mata from Elogio Consulting, Kurt Ziemendorf from Landsman Real Estate, Phil Snyder from Stieglitz Snyder Architects, and so many more who have come together to make this project possible, like the very special guest I now have the honor to introduce. Please join me in welcoming New York State's Governor, the Honorable Kathy Hochul.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. What a great day to be back in Buffalo. Nice and warm out there, everybody. All right. Well, maybe we're asking Sunday, 60 degrees. Wonderful to be back home and to be part of a new beginning for this incredible institution and this fabulous community. And I want to thank, first of all, Andrew and you and your family, Andrew Sionat, for believing in this community and having the vision to see that this could be a place of life again. And you think about a school, what it once was, a place of great learning and connections and children having a sense of home. And now, literally generations later, we're going to open this place up to be a new home for people who need it so desperately. So I look forward to coming back. We like groundbreakings, but ribbon cuttings are always better, so let's make sure we come back for that as well. Also, our great partners here in government, and Tim Kennedy, who's been a strong ally in promoting this community since he first took office, incredible leader in our state legislature and our Senate, but also a champion for projects like these to make sure that we have the resources to get them done. So Senator Kennedy, let's give him a round of applause. And our mayor, who has presided over more projects like these than probably any governor in our history. And in fact, I know that. Countless projects where we work so hard together. our city and state teams to make sure that we identify worthwhile projects that are just need some support from the state, but also that the community really supports. So Mayor Brown, thank you for your leadership, particularly in this space of creating more affordable housing. Let's give our mayor a round of applause as well. April Baskin, our chair of the county legislature, who is again a great supporter of these projects. I want to thank April, and Ulysses Wingo, our council members here. Thank you for being here for this important milestone for our community. And again, Lenny Skrill, there's not been a significant project, anything of consequence related to housing that has not happened with his hand directly involved. So let's give him a round of applause for all he's done. Before I get into the project, I do want to announce that, we are making such significant progress in battling the COVID-19 pandemic. And I want to put an exclamation point on that, because this is the week that children were allowed to go to school without a requirement of masks, and to their parents and their teachers and to the children themselves who had to endure this for a very long time in order to ensure they can get back to the classroom safely, stay in a learning environment just like this place was for so many years. I want to thank everyone. I also want to acknowledge that our mayor in New York City, Eric Adams, is making a similar announcement that beginning on Monday, they'll be removing the mask requirement in schools, as well as lifting some restrictions on businesses, which I know the business community is very much excited about. So this really does cap a big announcement here. We know our numbers are down 98% statewide just from a few weeks ago, and that is a tremendous tribute to the people of New York who listened to us, who followed the directions, followed the guidance, listened to the experts as we did, and they are the reasons we have gotten through this. And so I want to thank everyone in this community in particular, where I was here during the early months and years of the pandemic, and now as governor, to be able to talk about this in Buffalo and say we have made so much progress. I want to thank everyone. And so our positivity statewide has been below 2% for every community statewide for the last 8 days, and that is another big accomplishment. So we're continuing to move forward, and this is all focused on our messaging of this is a new era for New York. I announced this in my State of the State and in my budget address, and part of creating a whole new era for New York is recognizing the areas where we have shortcomings, where there's still high need, and that is absolutely why I am proposing $25 billion for 100,000 affordable housing units in my budget, which we're negotiating with over the next couple of weeks with the legislature. And this project is going to be a model for other communities to see what can happen. As I mentioned at the outset, an abandoned school that sat here for so many years, just an eyesore and a place that people looked at and said, why is that happening? Doesn't our community deserve better than this? And today is the day we say, yes, it does. This in every community deserves to have abandoned buildings brought back to life, and even better, to have people be able to call them a home. So this new project, former PS 78 building, is now going to be known as the Olympic Avenue Apartments, and it's going to have 46 one- and two-bedroom affordable units for families earning up to 60% of the median income. And what's particularly of interest to me is also creating opportunity for people with disabilities, giving them the specifics and the changes and accommodations that are going to be available in at least 8 of our units here. So it's more than a roof. It's got to also be a community gathering place, and not just people living in their individual apartments, but bring people together with a community room, bring people together to congregate, and with a kitchen and a gym. Everybody needs to work out after being indoors from this pandemic, so let's get a gym and storage space and a laundry. And this building is going to also offer free Wi-Fi. And why is that so significant? I'll tell you, 2 years ago, I don't think people appreciated how connected we need to be with others through Wi-Fi, and to have that available here through our Connect All broadband plan, which is really how we're changing the whole experience, recognizing that people, many of them are commuting from home, or when their children need to be home, that they can be still learning and getting an education or access to college courses online, or applying for student loans, or applying for a job. It all comes down to whether or not you have internet, and that's why the people who live in this building will have that access, which is going to be a tremendous game changer for them. And this auditorium will be converted to a facility used by nonprofits for services and programs targeting low-income individuals and the community. That's what's so brilliant about this. It's not just housing. It is a community epicenter. People can come for services to help lift them out of their circumstances and help them learn about healthcare needs that can be taken care of, as well as job opportunities. So we can do so much more in this very space as part of this integrated project. We're also making sure that our new buildings that we're financing and supporting meet our energy goals. We're going to have energy-saving heating and cooling systems, a green roof, and I do want to thank everyone who made this possible. $19 million from the state of New York, from Empire State Development, the Better Buffalo Fund, which Byron Brown and Senator Kennedy and I have announced many times over the years how to support projects from the Better Buffalo Fund, Housing Community Renewal, our State Historic Preservation Office, NYSERDA, to work on the energy part of it, as well as Better Buffalo's transit-oriented development. But it's not just government that's doing this, although we play a major role. It is our private sector partners as well. So to CDS Monarch, Krista Corporation, Snyder Architects, and everyone who's been involved in this, I want to thank all of you for what you've accomplished here. And the other part I love about these projects, we're creating jobs, over 200 good-paying jobs for construction workers. And I said, as I announced my State of the State address, I said, the people who are going to be the busiest in this state are the construction and tradesmen and women who will be building and doing the electrical systems and the windows and the carpentry and the welding. All those come together to create good jobs and opportunities for a while. So this continues our broader effort to invest in affordable housing statewide. But again, I've been to more of these projects than probably anybody as Lieutenant Governor. And we've invested more than $353 million in Buffalo, creating over 3,500 affordable housing units, and we're not anywhere near done yet. So this is what we're going to continue doing. So we have some School 77. I was there. We converted that to senior housing. The Mill at Crossroads, the Forge at Broadway, Jefferson Avenue Apartments, Ellicott. But we have even more coming. So this is why I know I'm going to find my way back home, which is fabulous. School 75, it's School 75 apartments, $29 million. Pilgrim Village Senior Apartments, and many others. So we are making progress, but we are not done yet. And until everyone knows that they have access to an affordable, safe, dignified home home and a roof over their heads, then we still have miles to go, as we believe that every single New Yorker deserves access to affordable, fabulous housing. And so for people who are at risk of homelessness or having trouble paying their rents every month, and as the price of inflation continues to make things, more products inaccessible, there's a lot of anxiety out there. But we in government, we in state government, are going to continue partnering with the people you see here today and throughout our state to create opportunities like this all over, to make sure that we recognize that this is part of who we are. New Yorkers take care of each other, and we take care of society's most vulnerable. And today is a step in that new era for New York, and I want to thank everybody for being part of this. Thank you. With that, I'd like to bring up Senator Tim Kennedy.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, can we have another round of applause for the great Governor Kathy Hochul? Welcome home. It is always wonderful to see Governor Hochul in action, but it is always great to see her in action in Western New York and in Buffalo. And we have been doing this for quite some time, these major announcements, millions upon millions of dollars being reinvested back into our community. And Governor Hochul has led the charge, and as you just heard, is leading the charge, not just in our community out here in Western New York, but across the state and across the nation, making New York State, under Governor Hochul's leadership, the state in the nation, the beacon for the rest of the nation to follow suit as it pertains to affordable housing. So again, Governor Hochul, thank you for all that you do. To our colleagues in government that helped to make today a reality, Mayor Byron Brown, who is just doing incredible things here in the city of Buffalo, continuing to build on the momentum that has been created over the last 16 years of his tenure, and the investments continue. Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes, who could not join us here today because she has a death in the family, but sends her regards and her very capable Chief of Staff, Mark Boyd, is here with us representing her, but she was instrumental in working with us and Lenny Skrill and HCR on helping to advance these funds through the budget that Governor Hochul has signed off on. Our tremendous leaders in county and city government, Chairwoman April Baskin, it's always wonderful to see you. And we see Chairwoman Baskin everywhere because there is so many great things happening across our community, across our county. And of course, the great Maston District Councilman, Ulysses Wingo, who's leading the charge in the Common Council and partnering with Mayor Brown to make great things happen. To all of the leaders that are here today from the affordable housing community, from the architectural firms, from the financial industries, as Governor Hochul mentioned, this is a true partnership in creating what is most important in our community, and that is housing, a home for folks, a roof over individuals' heads, a place for them to rest their head at night, a safe haven, somewhere to start the day, to end the day, and to spend their day, but especially and in particularly affordable housing in our community and across the state, and quite frankly, across the nation. And I mentioned under Governor Hochul's leadership, we are seeing New York lead the charge as it pertains to affordable housing, including what she's proposed in the executive budget, where across the nation, nearly half of Americans say the availability of affordable housing in their local communities is a major problem. That's up 10% since when the pandemic began. But under Governor Hochul's leadership, we are putting our money where our mouth is, and we're demonstrating here in the state of New York that affordable housing is a priority. And what better way to celebrate than right in the heart of our community here on Olympic Avenue. Welcome back to school, everybody. It's a little colder than we remember here in school on Olympic Avenue, but Andrew Sunoth and CDS are going to make that change. And as they put these affordable housing units back online, and they focus also prioritizing those in our community that need to be prioritized, those individuals with disabilities, in creating accessible housing at the same time that they're creating affordable housing. They're reinventing the vision for the state of New York, again, under Governor Hochul's leadership. So I'm proud to stand with each and every one of you and be a part of this here today. It's my honor and privilege to introduce our great friend, champion, and leader in city government, Mayor Byron Brown.
Thank you very much, Senator, and good afternoon, everyone. It's certainly a great pleasure to be here with Governor Kathy Hochul for this groundbreaking, and to thank Governor Hochul for her tremendous support and partnership for so many projects in the city of Buffalo, and to recognize the governor for her incredible commitment to affordable housing here in our community and all across the state of New York. I also want to recognize my colleagues in government and the members of the state legislature, Senator Kennedy and Majority Leader Crystal People-Stokes, for partnering with our governor and for their role in bringing the historic former public school 78 back to being an asset in this community where, unfortunately, for a long time, it has been a blight in the community. I also want to recognize Maston District Council Member Ulysses Wingo. I always have to recognize the Maston District Council Member because I was the Maston District Council Member previously for 3 terms, and Council Member Wingo on the City Council has been a real champion for affordable housing, so it's good to see you here today, Council Member. You know, this project dates back to 2017, and Governor Hochul, I want to take a little credit for discovering Andrew Sunoth and CDS Monarch when my administration issued an RFP for School 78, and after a highly competitive process with strong community involvement, CDS Monarch was selected as the best qualified candidate by my administration's Office of Strategic Planning to purchase this property for the city of Buffalo and create a special $19 million residential development. So for a long time, CDS Monarch has demonstrated their faith and confidence in the city of Buffalo. And before we came out, we were back in a holding room with Governor Hochul and Senator Kennedy, and Andrew said that this is just the beginning. This is a first project, but it will not be the last project. And Andrew, we are certainly looking forward to that. I also want to just recognize, the governor mentioned, and I want to reinforce it, the amount of affordable housing that has been done in the city of Buffalo. Oftentimes we hear people talking, and it almost is like they are saying there hasn't been any affordable housing done. But the governor just ticked off over 3,500 units of affordable housing that has been done by the state of New York in the city of Buffalo. And as mayor, I've been very glad to be a partner in that and to work closely with the state on that. I also want to mention that we have an additional 860 affordable housing units in the planning stage right now as we speak, with the expectation of announcing several hundred more in this year. So again, I want to thank everyone involved in this great project. This is a real benefit to the Kensington Bailey community. It is a long time coming, but like Governor Hochul said, the groundbreaking is great, but I'm looking forward to the ribbon cutting when it's a lot warmer outside. Thank you all very much.
Well, thank you everyone for your time, and it's time to go get some shovels.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. It's incredible to meet you. You know,